Hi everyone, good to see you again. I wanted to read you a funny story today because I want to make you laugh. And I think this story is pretty funny. It's called Zach's Alligator. It is by Shirley Moselle and the illustrator is James Watts. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's an alligator on a swing. Let's see what happens. A big box came in the mail for Zach. Oh, he looks excited. It was from Zach's Uncle Jim in Florida. Zach shook the box. What could it be, he wondered. He untied the bow and he ripped off the paper. There was another box inside. Zach lifted the lid. Inside was an alligator keychain with a note from Uncle Jim. It said, "Dear Zach, here is a present for you. Have fun. Love, your Uncle Jim. P.S. Water, Bridget." Zach held up his keychain. "This must be Bridget," he said. Zach put Bridget in the sink and he turned on the faucet. Bridget began to move. She moved her head and her tail curled. Bridget grew bigger and bigger and soon she filled the sink. Zach moved Bridget to the tub and turned on the shower. Bridget stretched and sighed. "Oh, that feels so good," she said. Zach watched. Bridget grew larger and larger. She grew out of the tub and over the side. Oh, this is getting crazy. Bridget moaned and groaned and whipped her tail. She splashed water everywhere. "What's going on in there?" called Zach's mother. "I'm watering the alligator," said Zach. "Alligator? What alligator?" "The one Uncle Jim sent," Zach said. He heard his mother laugh. "I see," she said. "Well, clean up when you're done." "I will," said Zach. Bridget crawled out of the tub and onto the floor. "I'm hungry," she said. "Do you have any fish?" I don't know," said Zach. "Let's go see." Bridget followed Zach down the stairs and into the kitchen. Zach opened the refrigerator door. "No fish?" said Bridget. "No," said Zach. "No fish, but there's some meatloaf." "I can fix you a meatloaf special." "What is that?" asked Bridget. "A surprise," said Zach. "I love surprises," said Bridget. Bridget went into the living room and stretched out on the sofa. The sofa shook. Bridget looked at the TV. "What a funny looking box," she said. Then she hollered to Zach, "Hurry up with the food." "I'm coming," said Zach. He was making his meatloaf special. Meatloaf, peanut butter, mustard, banana, a couple of pickles. "What are you doing?" asked his mother. "I'm fixing some meatloaf for Bridget." "Who is Bridget?" "The alligator," said Zach. Oh, of course," said his mother. "Well, save some for dinner." "I will," said Zach. Oh my gosh, that looks crazy. I don't know if I'd want to eat that. Bridget ate every bite of Zach's meatloaf special. "Delicious," she said. "I've never eaten anything like that before. Back home in the Glades, I mostly eat fish and snakes and slugs." Suddenly, Bridget jumped up from the sofa. "Time for a walk," she said. Bridget wobbled to the door. Zach followed. Bridget's long tail knocked over a chair and some books off a table. Oh my gosh, even scared their cat. Zach picked up the chair and the books. "We're going out, Mom," he called. "We?" she asked. Oh, yes, you and Bridget. I forgot." "Well, don't be too long. Dad will be home soon." Outside, Bridget was wrestling with the garden hose. "I will get you," she growled. She gave the hose a big bite, and water squirted everywhere. Zach ran to turn the water off. "That snake will never bother anyone ever again," said Bridget. Zach sighed and shook his head. "That's silly, huh? The alligator thought that the hose was a snake." Bridget took off down the sidewalk and Zach followed. Just then, the mailman pulled up in his truck. "What is that?" cried Bridget. Before Zach could answer, Bridget attacked. She bit the tire of the truck and air hissed out. Oh no. "Dogs are bad enough," shouted the mailman. "But I can't handle this. No, sir. Not alligators." The mailman jumped into his truck and drove away with a flat tire. Clump, 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 clump. Bridget shook her head. "I'm glad we don't have those in the Glades," she said. Zach tried to say something, but Bridget was off again. Now where is she going? They came to the park. Bridget wanted to swing. After that, she climbed the monkey bars. Then she jumped on the seesaw. Zach had never seen anyone seesaw by herself. Next, Bridget ran to the merry-go-round. Wow. Round and round she went. Bridget began to sing. "Oh, I'm a gator from the Glades, and I can do anything, and I mean anything." Bridget got so dizzy, she fell off the merry-go-round. Zach helped Bridget up. Just then his best friend Turk rode up on his bicycle. "Hey, Zach," said Turk, "where did you get that alligator?" "From my Uncle Jim," said Zach. "Some uncle," Turk said. Suddenly Bridget shouted, "What's that fuzzy wuzzy?" The woman took one look at Bridget and picked up her dog. "Come on," she said. "Let Mama take you home." Bridget did a cartwheel. "Who would want that fuzzy wuzzy anyways?" she said. "I'm thirsty, not hungry." Bridget did a quick 1-2 and hop-skipped to the fountain. She drank big gulps of water. Zach and Turk watched. "Will you bring Bridget to school?" asked Turk. "I don't know," said Zach. A policeman came over. "You need a leash for that alligator," he said. "There's a law, you know." "Yes, sir," said Zach. The policeman frowned. "Well, keep him under control." "Him?" cried Bridget. "Oh, well, I beg his pardon. How rude. Hasn't he ever seen a girl gator before?" "You should bring her to school," said Turk. "Maybe," said Zach. Zach and Turk rode Bridget around the park. Suddenly, Bridget started to shrink. "I need more water," she said. Zach and Turk helped her to the fountain. Bridget slurped the cool water. "This place is too dry," she said. "In the Glades, there's plenty of water, and moss and tall grass." "What are the Glades?" asked Turk. "The Everglades," said Zach. "They're in Florida, where my Uncle Jim lives." "Do you think he can send me an alligator?" said Turk. "I don't know," said Zach. "I will ask him." "That would be great," said Turk. "We have to go now," said Zach. "Don't forget to bring Bridget to school," yelled Turk. "Oh, please," Bridget said to Zach. "I want to see what school is like." We'll see about that," said Zach. On the way home, Bridget was shrinking more and more. She looked up at Zach with tiny, shiny alligator eyes. "Will you water me again?" she asked. "I'll water you every day," said Zach. "Good," said Bridget. Bridget was getting smaller and smaller. She bobbed her head up and down and began to sing. "I'm a gator from the Glades, and I like to have fun every day. Oh, yeah." When they got home, Bridget was the size of a keychain. Zach put her safely in his pocket. "Hello," said Zach's father. "Your mother said you were out with an alligator. May I see it?" "Yes, sir," said Zach. Zach pulled out the keychain with a small alligator hanging from it. "That's very nice," said his father. "Now go wash up for dinner." Zach went upstairs to his room. He could hear his mother tell his father that they would have chicken for dinner instead of meatloaf. "Are you all right?" whispered Zach. "Never better," Bridget said. She yawned. "Don't forget to water me tomorrow." "I won't," said Zach. Zach put Bridget back in his pocket. "Zach," called Mother, "dinner's ready." "I'm coming," Zach called. Zach felt Bridget move. He patted his pocket and smiled. There's the alligator in his pocket. So let me ask you, do you think that Bridget, the alligator, will turn big again the next day if he gives him water? I don't know. That was a cool story though. I liked it. I thought it was funny. So, do you remember what letter we're learning about? The letter K. The K says K. The K says K. Every letter makes a sound. The K says K, K, K. What word starts with K? How about, we have some friends in our class that start with K. Kira and Kaden and Kurash. Three of my friends start with K. So this is what I want you guys to do this week. I want you to have your mom and dad draw a key for you. K is for key. That's what it says right here. K is for key. Then I want you to get your scissors and you're going to cut on the lines. So go straight, straight, straight up, curve around, and then zigzag down with your scissors. And then once you have your shape of your key, we're going to make it look shiny like a real key. This is actually foil that you use in the kitchen. So you can either cut the foil or it tears really easily. Or you could just tear it and then glue it on. And glue it until you fill the whole key with shiny pieces of foil, and then it'll look like a real key. And next, on your paper that you already cut out, make sure you just practice doing the letter K. All right? I miss all of you. I miss seeing your smiles every day. I hope you're being helpful at home. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.